Shh.
So you want to know about Valeera? Well, do you like cleaning products? Do you like being a ninja?
Claude, what are you
What
doing?
the fuck? Oh my god.
And do you like being part of the most hated characters in the game squad? Then Valeera Sanguinar, Shadow of the Uncrowned, is for you. In order to get Valeera, you need a little bit of a history of the Blood Elves. Over 10,000 years ago, the world of Azeroth was one big Pangaea called Kael'thas, with an ocean of power in its center, which would be known as the Well of Eternity. A wound in the planet, seeping out magical energies that drew the attention of dark trolls. Over time, the trolls mastered the arcane arts, using the magic of the Found, and created a vast empire. These trolls would also start to morph into what are now called the Night Elves, or Kael'thas, when Queen Azshara came into power, and she and her followers, the Highborn, or Kael'thas, started meddling with dark and sinister forces beyond the realm. A chain of events led to a brutal war between Night Elves and demons, as well as the Well's destruction by Malfurion Stormrage and his twin Illidan, making it collapse in on itself in a raging whirlpool that would become known as the Maelstrom, and Azeroth would split apart into Kalimdor to the west and the Eastern Kingdoms to the east, Northrend to the north, and Pandaria to the south. The remaining Night Elves, terrified of another calamity like the Sundering, outlawed the use of arcane magic, which Illidan Stormrage and Dafrima Sunstrider did not agree with. Illidan had snuck vials of water from the Well of Eternity and attempted to recreate a brand new one, which infuriated the other elves, leading to his 10,000-year imprisonment. And Dafrima and his followers, after having been found out about secretly practicing their arcane arts, were exiled, and they sailed across the sea to the northern parts of the Eastern Kingdoms. While the Night Elves revered nature and the moon, the Highborn would dedicate themselves to the arcane and the sun. Dafrima had stolen one of Illidan's vials and created a new well in their new home, Kael'thas, the High Kingdom, and it was named the Sunwell. Over time, these Night Elves would change, growing shorter and paler, and their eyes would change from mostly silver to mostly blue. Flash forward thousands of years later, Arthas Menethil, Prince of Lordaeron, after trying to save his kingdom at any cost from a terrifying plague, took up the cursed blade Frostmourne. After murdering his father, he was now on a mission to resurrect the necromancer Kael'thas in a great fount of power, the Sunwell. Sylvanas Windrunner and Kael'thas Sunstrider's father were only two of the many victims of his mission.
You waste your time, woman. You cannot outrun the inevitable.
You think that I'm running from you? Apparently you've never fought elves before.
Damn that woman! We must find a way to cross the river.
Damn you monsters! What will it take to drive you back?
The ranger woman is starting to vex me greatly.
Then I'll make my stand here, Butcher. Anara la Balore. Finish it. I deserve a clean death.
After all you've put me through, woman, the last thing I'll give you is the peace of death.
Citizens of Silvermoon, I have given you ample opportunities to surrender, but you have stubbornly refused. Know that today, your entire race and your ancient heritage will end. Death itself has come to claim the high home of the elves. Now arise, Kael'thas, and serve the Lich King once again.
after the Sunwell's destruction did we realize how dependent we'd become upon its magic. How much we needed to feed. In the wake of our devastation, I named our people Cinderai, Blood Elves.
Kael'thas and his Blood Elves found an ally in Illidan's Stormrage and Lady Vashj, one of the Naga, former Night Elves who were turned into monstrous beasts after Azshara made a bargain with N'Zoth, one of the old gods.
Arise, Azshara. Arise, my queen.
The human commander Garithos looked down upon Kael'thas and his followers and always gave him menial tasks, and ones that were almost impossible to complete if it weren't for the Naga helping him. When Garithos found out about the secret help, he knew that Kael'thas was nothing but scum and a traitor.
We have been cut off from our power, from our birthright. Without a new source of magic, my people will surely die.
There are other founts of power in this world, Kael. Demons, for instance.
You speak of madness, my lady. We will never be that desperate.
Your aversion is understandable, but still.
Naga warriors!
Forget about them! So, Kael, you've shown your true colors at last. I knew you were in league with those serpents. Now I have all the proof I need to execute every traitorous one of you.
Please, my lord, spare my men. It was my decision to—
Save your breath. I never trusted you, vain-glorious elves. It was a mistake to accept you into the Alliance in the first place. Now, at long last, you'll be dealt with appropriately. Take them away!
And the Alliance was no longer safe for the Blood Elves. They sought out an ally on the Horde, former Ranger General Lady Sylvanas Windrunner, and they joined the Horde, who was sympathetic rather than suspicious. In desperation, they turned to draining demons for their magical energies, which turned their blue eyes into a sickly fell green. Valeera's parents were killed by bandits at a young age, and she managed to survive both the bandits and the undead. In order to survive, she took to stealing, when one day she tried to steal a talisman from a shaman, but made the mistake of getting caught. While she was taken prisoner, she managed to injure several guards and drew the attention of Rhaegar Earthfury. He saw potential in the little thief, and decided to buy her for his gladiator ring. She joined Blood-Eye Redfist and Broll Baremantle in the Crimson Ring. Valeera and Broll were eventually sent to Orgrimmar, capital of the Orcs, to be trained as gladiators, and were joined by an amnesiac human Rhaegar would call Crockbait. He would comment on how Valeera is just a child. How can she be a gladiator? To which Valeera would say, I am no child. Well, yeah, I am young for an elf, but we elves age differently from you humans. Broll being a night elf, and Valeera being proud of her blood elven heritage, would often clash about their ideologies. Broll would insult her by saying blood elves are traitors, cowards and schemers. Valeera knew a little bit about magic, being a blood elf, and tried to help the human recover his memories, to which Broll feared she might have damaged him, since all blood elves crave magic and power, like Horde scum. Valeera told him to watch his back, that her powers are not to be sneered at, and that her people were betrayed by the Alliance and joined the Horde in order to survive.
Horde? Alliance? What has either done for me? No, I fight for myself.
And she did not choose the craving for magic. It was a curse, given to her from her mother's milk. What right had Broll to judge her circumstances? To teach him a lesson, she secretly drained some of his energy, and he was nearly killed in the ring if it wasn't for Crockbait saving him. Valeera didn't mean for Broll to die, but Broll asked, what lesson? That I was right about you? When Broll was to be executed for his weakness, Valeera stood up for him, and Crockbait told everyone that they were under his protection. If you want them, fight for them. After completing their gladiator trial, they were each given the opportunity to choose a weapon for themselves. Valeera chose a pair of orcish daggers, which looked quite big on someone who's not over 7 feet tall. Eventually, the three of them learned to work to their strengths as a team, and would become champions of the Dire Maul arena. Like Crockbait said, they should focus their anger on their enemies, not each other. The orcs started calling the human Logosh, Ghost Wolf, for his ferocity in the ring. Rhaegar would sell Valeera to a different group made up of all women, and Brol and Logosh managed to escape. Logosh would increasingly start having visions of his life, his family. Valeera escaped the other group and followed Brol and Logosh's trail to Theramore, where the mother of the Guardian Medivh, Aegwyn, and Lady Jaina Proudmoore undertook an arcane ritual to see what lay beyond the darkness blocking Logosh's mind. He had a son. He was king. Varian Wrynn. And something happened to him on the way to Theramore. Lady Katrana Prestor, Onyxia, daughter of the dragon aspect of death, Deathwing, had split his personality in half, and while the other Varian in Stormwind was living it up as a puppet, she sent a warlock to assassinate the strong Varian she knew was still out there somewhere after she lost him. The assassin found him along with Valeera and Brol at Menethil Harbor, and Valeera managed to out him as an assassin. He sensed the fell energies of demons within Valeera and cast the mark of Khazra Natir on her, and the demon would sometimes take over her body. With the assassin slain, a danger to herself and others now, she was to be left behind until they found a way to cure her of the demon's influence. This didn't sit well with Valeera, trying to convince everyone of how strong she was and that she had it under control. She was plagued by visions of her parents, of a feeling of abandonment, and nearly gave in to the demon when Aegwyn appeared to her and rescued her, telling her that there are people who love her, like Brol and Varian. She was not alone anymore. With that knowledge, Valeera subdued the demon and rendezvoused with the others, and went across the sea to put an end to Onyxia's treachery. At Stormwind Keep, Onyxia was revealed to everyone, and she would kidnap Anduin. Valeera, the two Varians, and others pursued Onyxia to her lair, and Varian was inadvertently fused back together into one being. With Onyxia slain, and after everything they had been through together, Varian offered Valeera and Brol a permanent place in Stormwind City as bodyguards. She would always be a trusted friend to both Varian and his son, and Varian would also see her as an adopted daughter. In the years of expansions, Valeera was seen mostly as a spy in WoW, and in recent Legion, she became a member of the Uncrowned, a secret society of rogues, and helped rogue players in the acquisition of a special set of blades for their subtlety tree, the Fangs of the Devourer. If the player was not a rogue, Valeera was present when the energies of the Titan Sargeras' sword were drawn out into weapons by using the Kingslayers, Anguish and Sorrow. Valeera continues to serve as a messenger between the Alliance and the Horde, most notably Anduin Wrynn and Bane Bloodhoof, who are close friends. Now, I skipped over a chunk of her lore because no one likes to talk about Medan. It's been retconned anyways, so I'm just gonna save myself some time and some voice. Get out of here! Goodbye, good day, moving on. Valeera is voiced by Tara Platt. And just like Anduin, Valeera has lots of quotes from Hearthstone and also references Hearthstone quite a lot.
Maybe there's time for a round of Hearthstone. Here we go. Here we go. The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Watch your back. Watch your back. I will be your death! I will be your death. Hearthstone break! Varian. Figures I'd find you here. Can't stay out of trouble, can you?
As if you'd have it any other way. Remember any of our old strategies?
Watching you kill everything is not a strategy.
Early on, Valeera was said to be physically attracted to the main human protagonist, which may be retconned as Varian referred to her as a child, and even though elves age differently than humans, she might be a bit too old for Anduin now, and it also might be kinda awkward for Anduin, but it's not outside the realm of possibilities, seeing as the Windrunner sisters are known for having human companions. Alleria and Tyralion, Sylvanas and Nathanos, and Varisa and Ronan, so it's not an uncommon pairing.
I'm an excellent rogue, but I can't perform miracles. Not after that nerf, at least.
Miracle Rogue is a Hearthstone tactic reference, the rogue controlling the board early on with their spells and dagger trait, and taking advantage of the Auctioneer card, which gives them another card if they cast a spell, so essentially just overwhelming their opponent.
Specializations are more like suggestions. Personally, I think of myself as a subtle outlaw assassin. Whatever you can do in 5 combo points, I can do in 3.
Like Varian, she is fully based on a Warcraft class. The Rogue, representing all 3 specs: combat, now outlaw, subtlety, and assassination. ETC is not just a weird name for a weird hero. Elite Tauren Chieftain is an actual Blizzard band with actual songs. One of them is Rogues Do It From Behind, which references many of Valeera's abilities.
From behind,
Swords? No, actually, these are orc daggers. Everything they have is oversized. I mean, have you seen their shoulder pads? Kael'thas, the traitor who would be king. You would sell us out to the demons. I will hear no more from you.
Kael'thas and his followers did turn to draining demons in desperation, but at some point Kael'thas just went off the deep end and a group of his blood elves split apart and later on fought him.
The Sunwell's essence endured, kept hidden by those who sought to protect it. Now, I have returned with the knowledge that sacrifices must be made before we can reclaim our birthright. I have forged a new alliance. Soon, the blessed rays of the Sunwell will shine once again and usher into this world the one who will deliver us all.
Have you ever aimed for somewhere other than the face? Just curious.
Another Hearthstone reference, Face Hunter refers to the Hunter class, just basically zerging your heroes with their hero power, which targets your hero directly and ignores anything on the board. Going straight for the face.
Thrall, you're war chief again? What happened to Sylvanas?
The line of succession in the Second Horde is a pretty long one. It went from Thrall to Garrosh to Vol'jin to Sylvanas, and now maybe Thrall again.
Sinu Amanore.
Anu Balore Delanar.
Fate has chosen to be unkind to me this day.
At least our men don't take 1,000-year naps while the women do all the work.
In Night Elven culture, it was mostly seen that the males would be druids and enter the Emerald Dream, trance-like state in which they just sleep for thousands of years and are transported to this ethereal, ideal realm of what the world could be. And the women were sentinels, protecting the realm and the barrow dens in which the druids slept. After Varian died in Legion, a special song was added to his resting place, and the full version with lyrics has people speculating that it could be Valeera singing a song for her dear friend, because instead of being sung in Common, which is the human tongue, like Invincible for Arthas, it is sung in Thalassian, which is the language of the Highborn. She doesn't really seem like the sing-songy type. It is neither denied nor confirmed by Blizzard.
It's not a cheap shot, it's completely balanced. Maybe you just need to learn to fight.
Valeera. Valeera. Let me just straight up get this out of the way. Valeera is a pop stomp hero. In quick match games, she's pretty much, as I said, a pop stomp hero. Because, really, she will take your dreams, piss on them, and then light them on fire. Because that is what Valeera does. Her trait is Vanish. Vanish from sight, becoming stealthed, gaining 20% movement speed, and access to new abilities. For the first second, Valeera is unrevealable and can pass through other units. Remaining stationary for at least 1.5 seconds, while stealthed, grants invisible. After being stealthed for 3 seconds, Ambush, Cheap Shot, and Garrote have 100% increased range and cause Valeera to teleport behind the target when used. I added the behind the target because they somehow didn't put it in the description. It's a leftover bake from a previous talent, which teleported you behind your target when you used Ambush. So now they baked it into a trait. Vanish is a bread and butter. You have to be able to use it correctly, like when to stealth, when to not go stealthed, when to just sit there and wait, like lurking on the outside of an objective, because you can't be invisible on something that can be captured. You will be visible. So sitting just outside that parameter and lurking for someone, like picking them off, it's just endless possibilities. And Vanish, you just have to get used to, like if you're really brand new on Valeera, some people don't know that it's an activatable ability that you're supposed to press your D. So just be aware, you gotta press your D. Her Q, outside of stealth, is Sinister Strike. Dash forward, hitting all enemies in a line for damage. If Sinister Strike hits a hero, Valeera stops dashing immediately and the cooldown is reduced from 5 seconds to 1 second. All of her abilities award combo points, which will be used for her E ability, which I'll get to. Sinister Strike, again, your bread and butter. I will get to the talent build, and it entirely relies on Sinister Strike. This is probably the best ability she has right now, outside of her silence, because it just does so much damage. If you can land it with the Sinister Strike build, you can just mano a mano people like there's no tomorrow because of the 1 second cooldown. It's ridiculous. But if you miss, you immediately notice that you missed, because that 5 second cooldown, man, it can be used to engage, gap close, or disengage. It's a great getaway tool when you vanish and you're broken out of Vanish, and then you can just Sinister Strike away. The little bit of distance does make a difference. In stealth, it's Ambush. Ambush an enemy, dealing heavy damage and reducing their armor by 10 for 5 seconds, increasing the damage they take by 10%. This used to be king, man! Ambush I really just only use for merc camps, or when someone's already pretty low and Ambush will kill them, but otherwise, what's the point? I do use Ambush build when we're completely dominating the match, because it can just annihilate someone if you go for the right build. For now, let's move on to her W. Blade Flurry. Deal 130 damage in an area around Valeera. Awards 1 combo point per enemy hero hit. Blade Flurry, good wave clear tool. You know, Valeera doesn't use mana, she uses energy, which regenerates on its own. So there's really no downside to you clearing the wave if you don't need to roam. If you have people who aren't doing their job and soaking so that you can roam, Valeera can, in an emergency case, clear the wave by herself. I also use it to clear camps, and that's pretty much it. Blade Flurry you shouldn't use in your killing rotation, because it takes so much energy, like so much energy, holy shit. It's just, with the build I'm gonna talk about in a bit, it's just not worth it to use it, but I use it out of muscle memory, and you can also use it if you really are desperate for just a little bit of damage to kill someone. But in stealth, it turns into Cheap Shot. Deal 30 damage to an enemy, stun them for 0.75 seconds, and blind them for 2 seconds once Cheap Shot stun expires. That's a tongue twister. Cheap Shot I really only use on 2 people. The Butcher, because I'd rather blind a Butcher than silence him, and Zul'jin, because I'd rather blind Zul'jin than silence him. Unless he has Tastingo, then I'm going for silence. Or, you know, if you already popped Tastingo, it's great to use and blind him out of like, the advantage he gets from it. Or I like to stun people who the team is already focusing on and they're almost dead and they're about to enter their gates to their keep or something, and I want to keep them in place for the team to kill them rather than me, myself, killing them. So I just stun them so they can't walk away, and the team pounces on them. But her E is Eviscerate. Consumes all combo points, dealing increased damage per combo point. Pretty self-explanatory. I mean, your combo points keep refreshing as you auto-attack something, and I use it on like camps or something if I don't have a hero to use it on. But Eviscerate, with the build I'm gonna show, mostly just to finish someone off because it deals a ton of damage. Now let's talk about the one that's being talked about on the forums all day long. Garrote. Her E ability in Stealth deals 20 damage to an enemy and an additional 140 damage over 7 seconds, and silences them for 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds. That is a 2.5 seconds silence. I can go through the entire Heroes of the Storm roster and just tell you silence, 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 silence. Like, I see so many Valeeras in quick match just stunning and letting, like, stunning a Deckard, stunning a Lily, stunning Phoenix. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Just silence them! Kill them! You think blinding Phoenix is the most logical choice, but the real power of Valeera lies in your ability to take away people's escape. A silenced Vala, a silenced Li Ming, a silenced Falstad, a silenced Phoenix. They cannot use any of their teleport or dash abilities. Think about that. You have 2.5 seconds to deal as much damage as possible and possibly even kill them because they can't walk away from you. Now for her heroic abilities. She was actually one of the first characters introduced that didn't have any sort of damage component to her heroic abilities. They're purely for survival. Smoke Bomb creates a cloud of smoke, and while in the smoke, Valeera is unrevealable, can pass through other units, gains 30 armor, reducing damage taken, that's all damage taken, by 30%. She can continue to attack and use abilities without being revealed. Lasts for 5 seconds, and using the ability does not break Vanish. I had an idea for rework that would totally make the level 20 option completely broken OP. Instead of increasing your energy regeneration while in Smoke Bomb, you should be able to Shadow Dance within it. And it should be called Shadow Dance. And it would let you use all of your stealth openers while you're in the Smoke Bomb. Now, Smoke Bomb itself pretty good for bamboozling the enemy team and making a quick escape. And also good for tower diving because the towers will not attack you when you're in the Smoke Bomb. Also good against a Butcher because when you place down the Smoke Bomb you become untargetable. So when he charges you, it just drops. And also Vanish drops the charge. Vanish and Smoke Bomb used to break Nova's triple tap, but I think they fixed it. I haven't had a triple tap on me in a long time on Valeera, so I'm not really sure. But I think they fixed it. Now when you have triple tap on you and you use Smoke Bomb, it still hits you. But the default pick for Valeera for the heroics is Cloak of Shadows because it's just too good. 15-second cooldown. Valeera is enveloped in a Cloak of Shadows, which immediately removes all damage over time effects from her. For 1.5 seconds, she becomes unstoppable and gains 75 spell armor, reducing ability damage taken by 75%. It does not break Vanish. So you have an unstoppable cleanse on you every 15 seconds. It's too good, but it does come with a game awareness or hero awareness skill requirement This ability is the skill test of the Valeera, knowing when to pop the Cloak of Shadows to avoid certain things because you can see it coming, and you're playing a game of chicken with your enemy. Like, are they gonna try to CC me right now? And just pressing the button. So you have to be able to predict something like Kael'thas chain or Murden stun. You can also use it offensively instead of defensively when you're going up against a hammer or a rainer. Let's go for build. Build. Notice how I say build. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past, I don't know, year or something, since the stealth rework, around that time frame, Valeera pretty much only has one build. One build to rule them all, one build to make you scary AF. And that is Sinister Strike build. Sinister Strike or bust. You can vary your level 1, 10, 13 and 20 talents, but level 4, 7, 16, Sinister Strike or bust. This build consists of Crippling Poison at level 1, Relentless Strikes at level 4, Mutilate at level 7, at level 10 it depends but mostly Cloak of Shadows, level 13 depends but mostly Strangle, level 16 Seal Fate, and level 20 also depends but mostly Elusiveness, because they changed mount speed, but I'm sure it still makes you faster than mount speed while in stealth. I don't care enough about the numbers to double check that, but I'm pretty sure. So why this build? Gosh, you told me that Garrote is her most OP ability. Huh, I guess I should be building into Garrote. Garrote is her most OP ability. Why are you not taking Garrote talents? Well, Timmy, that's because Valeera's talent build is completely unintuitive. You'd think that Garrote build was fine, but think about it. People are trying to run away from you. People are trying to CC you, peel off of you, do everything in their power to not let you kill them over and over. So why would they stay near you and let you auto-attack them? And I see so many Valeeras struggling to kill someone because they went for Garrote build or some weird fatal finesse build. Like, what are you even doing? This comes online as early as level 4. You wanna know how you can 1v1 someone as beefy as Asmodan? Sinister Strike build.
Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
Slain.
Let me introduce you to a little segment called You Literally Only Have One Job, and that's to kill people as fast as possible, and it's just fucking math, dude. Look at it. Look at the energy. I can just literally spam this all day and not run out of energy, and my damage goes up and up and up and up. You just finish off with an eviscerate and then relax all cool, chillin' by the pool, you know? And it makes it so you don't even need vigor at level 1 or subtlety, because you're just doing so much damage on your own. Plus, another pro of this build is that you're not reliant on your stealth opener. You're not reliant on landing the silence or the stun or something, because you can just walk up to people and spam Sinister Strike, and it just does so much damage on its own. It is absolutely redonkulous, and some people will berate you for not going Garrote build. Why are you not Garrote build? Because do you even play Valeera? You can vary the 13 and 16 talents to go for ambush if you're really dominating the match and you just wanna nuke somebody. It's really great for that, but only if you're really dominating. Because I found the other talent at level 16 to be more reliable. So much of her power budget is in her ability to silence and just kill someone within like 4 seconds. And that's what's scary about Valeera. And let me throw in some Valeera etiquette. You gotta B-step and spray every time you kill someone. B-step and spray. It's the law. That's how you play Valeera, and that's how you play Nova. Okay? Cool. And that's it. Everything you need to know about Valeera. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, more detailed stuff in the description below. Have some Valeera clips. Enjoy. And I'll see you in the Nexus. Hey.
What?
Of course.
I was taught by Rega. Rega.
Okay, buddy.
I'm Fury.
Alright, okay.
Rega. Ready? Ready?
I'm already attacking her. What do you mean? You bitch. You bitch. Ready? Ready? Like, it's already started.
Well, you were giving me no sign that you were ready.
I was already attacking her, and she was already attacking me. What?
The most natural response would be, I'm ready.
Oh, do you need help? Are you ready for help? Are you ready for help?
I was. Hey, shut the fuck up. I'm Valeera.
I don't care that you're Valeera, but you were taught by Rhaegar Earthfury.
You're a man of culture, I see.
Faster than me or some
Watch
shit?
me power diving.
Couldn't do that in League.
Nope. Nope.
Well, the desperate life drain.
I was just walking. Then I saw him to hell.
You didn't see him there, then you was just like, oh wow, free kill. Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind me. Oh, if you're not Campbell doing the dance.
Don't laugh.
Oh my god.
Don't laugh! I got the camp! This guy's not afraid of Snoop Dogg, right? Finish him! Finish him quickly! Like, imagine you died a Murky and then he talks, like, he goes Murgle or whatever. Yeah, I'd be so tilted. Are you kidding me?
Why? Because you're losing to a Murky?
Yeah. He doesn't deserve to be a hero in Heroes of the Storm.
The Murlocs have suffered much. He will not be denied his vengeance.
Oh my god, are you Hermione for Murlocs?
Spew?
Yeah.
You?
Sperm? I don't know.
Wow.
Sylvie died.
What a tragedy.
Fuck off!
Nothing of value was lost. Excuse me?
What a tragedy. Tom says that.
I don't think so. Fine by me.
Oh, they're scared. Good.
Fear me, RarXD.
Fear me! Beware of me! Beware of me! Press that Q a little bit more, please.
God damn it.
Loving that healing.
Oh my god, they can cancel it over the wall.
That gives me
Whoa! Wow, that dragon ult actually did work a little bit on one of them.
My honor, bruh.
What do you need to farm honor for?
I already told you, essences.
I don't think so.
Essence of what?
What did I just do? I popped Cloak of Shadows for some reason.
I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm not gonna die. I am gonna die. I thought Lily had me.
Yeah, I, for some reason, popped my Cloak of Shadows and went in with ambush? Question mark? Am I tired? Team Shadows.
Was that your smoke bomb?
Yes.
Look at that! All that training with Rhaegar Earth Fury paid off.
Good job. Proud of myself.
Good job. It's just we're about to say it out of reflex.
MVP.
Look, it's you.
Good cooks.
Good cooks. What does that mean?
How did I
don't
complete that event quest? Receive a Dominator, Scrapper, Escape Artist, or MVP award.
You just got MVP. Were you in the same game I was? Because you got MVP. Congratulations.
Well, I need another one. And another one. And another one.
Symbiote implanted. You augmented.
Can I get the coins? I don't think I can under the tower.
Gotta go
Let's go
quick.
fast.
Sonic it. Oh, never mind. No.
Yep.
No.
Bad call. Bad call.
Dear.
Did I juke the swap?
Oh my god, you had to clear the creep.
Good idea.
Don't swap over the wall. Fuck.
Are you ready?
Then I
Here
start
we go.
auto-attacking her. She's auto-attacking me, and then you're like, "Ready?" It's like, "Hello, it's already happening. This is it. This is the thing."
I think I'm losing control. Oh.
You're not even listening to me.
Take it high, take it low. Are you ready? Here we go.
What the fuck is this stupid song you're singing?
On a scale of 1 to 10, rogues are. Wait for it. Fucking dumb. What other class can ambush you for 2000 damage with a white weapon? And don't even get me started on crippling poison, which is just as good as root. I call bullshit. Rogues are bullshit.
I'll see you in the shadows. I will be your death. Watch your back.